Don't forget about my Patreon. And of course, I have a new t-shirt up on my Teespring, Make Tunnels. There are links in the description. I love you. You've seen mangled deer carcass. You've seen kawaii squanched GFs. But have you seen Lake Vermilion, Minnesota? You tender beauties didn't think I would go on vacation and not take you along, did you? Smuggle you in a suitcase and slip you bricks of dry ramen. That's first class, baby. This is my favorite place in the world. I'm going to take you on a guided tour. You're going to see everything. Well, not the lewd stuff. You have to subscribe to my pay site like anyone else for that. And the pleasure vortex. The pleasure vortex is extra. But you get to see trees and other kind of different trees. If you look up Minnesota on Wikipedia, the first thing it says is plentiful trees, and they're not lying. There's the drone. I'm going to catch some drone footage later. The stones, which are kind of a problem. My mother's getting old and she can't really walk well. We're going to have to do something about that. We thought about installing one of those chairs on a rail, you know, like old people monorails that go upstairs, but like along the entire path from the dock up to the cabin. May still do that, but here's what we did do. Got this handrail, because she and basically none of the other relatives up here can walk for shit. They're all pushing 70 or 80. There's my cat. You little piece of shit. What are you complaining about? I gave you the cinnamon milk from my cereal. No, don't sniff that. That's not good for cats. So she immediately... Poor self-preservation instinct in this one. Down here is the Turd Fortress, home of the final boss, Poop Lord. I need to do some more grinding before I'm high enough level for that. They carve out these troughs, these channels of just clear-cut area for the power lines, and I had great fun when I was much younger exploring along these corridors, because they'll take you basically to every cabin if you want to be a little 8-year-old creep and look at people's backyards that you don't know. A tree goblin. The legends were true. Sorry, I don't have any nuts for you. Except for these! Now is that they're talking shit. He's got a pine cone. My little friend. My little bro. Am I in danger? That's a pretty big pine cone. I love and treasure you. Have you ever wanted to live underwater? Because I can make that happen. Well, I went inside to get him some Cinnamon Toast Crunch. And he hung out on the tree shrieking at me a little while, as is their custom. But then fucked off to parts unknown. Squirrels do not know why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Confirmed. Pretty chill in here. Mostly because of the fans. It's a 13-sided roundhouse built in 1974. Well, 1969 through 74. By my dad and grandmother. My late grandmother. Over here you'll see a map of the lake and what appears to be some sort of automaton made out of plastic bricks. Here's the Ass Blaster 10 million, our vacuum toilet. This thing's never worked right. We have to repair it basically every year. But the idea is that you download a brownload in there and push this pedal and it's sucked out of a pipe Then it zips through this hose here, which is kind of like Hyperloop, but hyper poop. Then it comes through here, up to the pump, and then there's a cannon behind the shed that blasts it the fuck into the sky. And then, I guess, I don't know, nature happens. The sky takes it. Oh, yep, you see? A squanch has been here for sure. This is a squanch scrote cozy. They just put their balls in that in the winter to keep warm. This is the shed with all the swimming stuff that I've never used because Game Boy has existed since like '89, so I always had something else to do. We got the Chinese wiener trap, where everybody's done this. You stick your wiener in this end, and then the other kid sticks his wiener in that end, and then you like fight trying to pull free. At least that's what he told me it was. A lot of mossy boulders up here. It's really interesting terrain because this whole part of the country is the result of glacial movement. I don't know if I can get in there because when we got here, there's a wasp's nest right up in there, like on the ceiling. And there was another one down in the putrid, festering poop hell, which lies beneath. And my dad was the first to go in here, and he got stung all over his dick, his balls, his butt cheek, and then not a minute later, the other butt cheek. No cheek was spared. Look at how goddamn pretty that is. Holy shit. The deck got a new coat of paint. That's where the pump is. We don't have a water bill. We just suction free water up from the lake and force it through a filter and then boil it. Anyway, the deck got painted last year and it's holding up reasonably well. We're gonna put like awnings made out of solar panels, 2 350 watt panels per facet of the house. So there's gonna be cover. And each one will have its own controller, so shading is not an issue. Otherwise, it would destroy the point of it because we have uneven tree cover around here, and some of the panels will be in shade, which would decimate the output of the whole array. But they have per panel inverters. Hello, Goblin. I saw a squirrel earlier. Your fuzzy little head's just like a kiwi. I'm not going to, but I could probably throw you from here to that platform. You'd probably land on your feet, wouldn't you? She always sounds so concerned. She's just meowing all the time. Like she's worried about the economy or something. Oh, the drone scares the shit out of her. That's probably what she's worried about. She has no fucking idea what that thing is. Surveillance drone in the sky. It can fly twice as high. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Drones can go anywhere, anywhere. You're never alone, being watched by a drone. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. You cannot get away, get away. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Surveillance drone in the sky, being controlled by some fucking guy. He doesn't know you, but he can see what you do with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone. We live in a society, a surveillance state. You're convicted of hate, so just sit there and wait for a flying spy drone coming to your home, coming to your home. There is no privacy There's too many drones, and they're tapping your phones. Somebody kill me, somebody kill me. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape the all-seeing eye. The FBI and NSA, they both know you're gay, both know you're gay. Can't just go in the woods. They've got heat vision now, better hide in a cow. Like Return of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi. There is no privacy. They've seen your lewds, and they know you like dudes. Tell your parents, tell your parents, tell your parents. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape, don't even try. It was always too late, he's seen you masturbate. Facebook drone swarms, Facebook drone swarms. No point to call the police. They're in on it too. They've been watching you with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Death is the only way. This nightmare called Earth, you've been watched since your birth by flying spy drones, flying spy drones. I want to take some time out here to talk about someone very important. His name's Jesus Christ, the Messiah. He has a plan for your life. It's to be watched all day and night by flying spy drones. That is all. Surveillance drone in the sky. It can fly twice as high. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Drones can go anywhere. You're never alone, being watched by a drone. Flying spy drone. You cannot get away. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Surveillance drone in the sky, being controlled by some fucking guy. He doesn't know you, but he can see what you do with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone. We live in a society, a surveillance state. You're convicted of hate, so just sit there and wait for a flying spy drone coming to your home, coming to your home. There is no privacy. There's too many drones, and they're tapping your phones. Somebody kill me, somebody kill me. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape the all-seeing eye. The FBI and NSA, they both know you're gay, both know you're gay. Can't just go in the woods. They've got heat vision now, better hide in a cow. Like Return of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi. There is no privacy, privacy. They've seen your lewds, and they know you like dudes. Tell your parents, tell your parents. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape, don't even try. It was always too late, he's seen you masturbate. Facebook drone swarms, Facebook drone swarms. No point to call the police. They're in on it too. They've been watching you with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Death is the only way. This nightmare called Earth, you've been watched since your birth by flying spy drones, flying spy drones. This song's been going on for way too fucking long. It hurts my voice, but I have no choice. There's a flying spy drone right over my home. Somebody kill me, not even joking. Surveillance drone in the sky. He can fly twice as high. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Drones can go anywhere, anywhere. You're never alone, being watched by a drone. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. You cannot get away, get away. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Surveillance drone in the sky, being controlled by some fucking guy. He doesn't know you, but he can see what you do with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone. We live in a society, a surveillance state. You're convicted of hate, so just sit there and wait for a flying spy drone coming to your home, coming to your home. There is no privacy. There's too many drones, and they're tapping your phones. Somebody kill me, somebody kill me. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape the all-seeing eye. The FBI and NSA, they both know you're gay, both know you're gay. Can't just go in the woods. They've got heat vision now, better hide in a cow. Like Return of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi. There is no privacy. They've seen your lewds, and they know you like dudes. Tell your parents, tell your parents, tell your parents. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape, don't even try. It was always too late, he's seen you masturbate. Facebook drone swarms, Facebook drone swarms. No point to call the police. They're in on it too. They've been watching you with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Death is the only way. This nightmare called Earth, you've been watched since your birth. By flying spy drones, flying spy drones. I want to take some time out here to talk about someone very important. His name's Jesus Christ, the Messiah. He has a plan for your life. It's to be watched all day and night by flying spy drones. That is all. Surveillance drone in the sky. It can fly twice as high. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Drones can go anywhere. You're never alone, being watched by a drone. Flying spy drone. You cannot get away. Look up there, it's in the air. Flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Surveillance drone in the sky, being controlled by some fucking guy. He doesn't know you, but he can see what you do with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone. We live in a society, a surveillance state. You're convicted of hate, so just sit there and wait for a flying spy drone coming to your home, coming to your home. There is no privacy. There's too many drones and they're tapping your phones. Somebody kill me, somebody kill me. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape the all-seeing eye. The FBI and NSA, they both know you're gay, both know you're gay. Can't just go in the woods. They've got heat vision now. Better hide in a cow, like Return of the Jedi, Return of the Jedi. There is no privacy, privacy. They've seen your lewds, and they know you like dudes. Tell your parents, tell your parents. Zuckerberg in the sky, can't escape, don't even try. It was always too late, he's seen you masturbate. Facebook drone swarms, Facebook drone swarms. No point to call the police, they're in on it too. They've been watching you with a flying spy drone, flying spy drone. Death is the only way. This nightmare called Earth, you've been watched since your birth by flying spy drones, flying spy drones. This song's been going on for way too fucking long. It hurts my voice, but I have no choice. There's a flying spy drone right over my home. Somebody kill me, not even joking. More boulders. We're basically built on a giant fucking boulder. So there wasn't any possibility of a traditional foundation. We're just stuck up on pilings that can be ratcheted up and down as needed should any part of the cabin ever sag. And of course, you may have heard that boulders are God's testicles, but of course that's not true and ridiculous. They're black hole eggs. I saw it on TV. Every Halloween, some of those crack open and a black hole comes out. Other projects on the agenda besides solar are, let's see. No, that's not it. Is this it? That's not it either. Somewhere around here my diving helmet's hiding. I want a radiator inside the cabin that uses a pump just like the water pump that we get drinking water from to circulate cold lake water through the radiator with a fan on it, and that will be like a low energy air conditioner. And of course we're going to put a loop of black hose, like a spiral of it, on the ceiling, the roof, since the roof is conical, and that will give us hot water heating. The plumbing is already done to have water from a hose come into the house. We have a hose spigot or outlet in the bathroom, so hooking it up's not going to be any trouble. We just need to buy the hose and bother to do it. Probably not this year because we came a month late in September. Some of the trees are already starting to change. It's still pretty fucking warm. That's Peanut Island, named, of course, for the inventor of peanuts. There's actually 2 ant colonies on that island. It's pretty fucking epic. I've been following their wars since I was a little kid. There's a red ant colony on one end and a black ant colony on the other, and they're just constantly fucking fighting. You can't set foot on that island if your foot is bare without getting bitten. In the grim darkness of the year 40,000. Oh yeah, we're going to electrify the boat. It's hard to tell, but there's a lot of space for batteries in here. These seats pull out. I'm not going to do it, but there's hollow space underneath. All along from there to there. And having measured it, that's about the right dimensions for a Tesla 5.2 kilowatt hour battery module. So we could fit 2 of them under the seats, and then one of them in the nose, after pulling out the gas. No, not one of them. Probably a stack of a couple in the nose where the gas tank used to be. And then we'll have a fully electric boat. Probably the only one on the lake. Nobody else gives a shit about that stuff up here. Everybody else just burns gas like it's never going to get scarce. Unfortunately, that has a adverse effect on the quality of the water. It's not as bad as it used to be. They've tightened up emissions regulations for boat engines, but it used to be when I was a little wee small goblin bastard swimming through the lake, I would hit these patches of floating oil, and it would be like those pelicans that you see sad photo ops of covered in oil from a fucking tanker explosion or something. Not that bad, but I would get a mouth full and eyes full of oil, and I learned to hate that smell, which is one of the reasons I didn't want a regular automobile. I wanted something I could drive at least mostly on battery. So solar power is on the agenda. Electrifying the boat is on the agenda. We can only do one thing per year because of the cost. We're probably just going to get a power wall instead of trying to put together our own battery bank because I don't want to burn down the cabin. Although LiPo would actually probably be the right choice for this climate, since it would survive the harsh Minnesotan winters without freezing. And there's nothing in there to freeze. That's why LiPo is used in Antarctica. It's LiPo and NiCad are the only two extreme cold weather suitable battery chemistries. Ah, here it is. A trusty old diving helmet and all the bright orange hose for feeding air to it. I might go diving. I still can't find the underwater camera. I'm really worried I might have left that at home while remembering to bring the charger for its battery this time. So it's the reverse situation from last year. It is spooky as shit down there. I've seen some shit, let me tell you. I may have been intoxicated at the time, but that doesn't invalidate any of it. I saw big moving shadows out in the water, taking the shape of different forms and objects. And I'll get out to about there's only 200 feet of hose, so I try not to go too far. I can get far enough out that I usually stop at about 15 feet deep, just because I don't want to trifle with passing the no deco limit. I've gone as deep as 30 briefly, but I just don't have enough hose to get far enough out that it's much deeper than that. I don't really care to either. Most of the stuff you can actually see, the decent visibility is in the shallow water. It'd be awesome to have a sub on this lake if the water wasn't so murky. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm full of shit. Maybe if I get deep enough, the visibility clears up because the algae doesn't grow that deep or something. I don't know. I've seen Scott Cassell's Undersea Voyager Project organization taking their little submersible out to Lake Tahoe and getting some absolutely stunning footage down there. I would love to be able to do the same thing. Only it just so happens that the only property in the family that's on a lake is on a lake with shit visibility. Charging up the drone controller. I've made it a goal of mine to charge all my gear only off of solar power this year, so I have my suitcase battery up in the cabin, and I have big folding solar panels, 102 watts worth for running my laptop and shit like this. But for small stuff, just a little 7-watt dealie like this will do. This was only about 22 bucks, and it's actually a really good quality panel. And every year, I carve my name and the year into the dock with my laser. Little goblin friend. Making biscuits won't change anything. We have to leave. Pack your shit. We gotta get out of here. All my stuff's put together. Can't believe that this is the last day at the lake. Lake cat refuses to leave lake. It's like a utopian playground for a cat. Having a whole island to yourself. Whoa, cat, what are you doing? Cat. What have you done? You played yourself. You know what? Now what are you gonna do? Was that part of your plan? This space used to be used for a netted enclosure, like a netting tent, so that the mosquitoes would stay the fuck off of you while you enjoyed the great outdoors, perhaps drinking some tea. I have different ideas. I'd like to put up a geodesic greenhouse, or maybe just a regular greenhouse to make better use of the space, so that I can stay here year round, and even in the cold months when the snow will be up to my balls, I shall still be able to grow fresh fruits and vegetables. I think that's it for this year, my honkies. I have big plans for this cabin. It's going to have to wait till next year because we came too late in 2019 for the mailboat. The mailboat stopped running just about when we got here, and that prevented us from getting a lot of the stuff delivered that we wanted to install. We have all the fittings put in for solar hot water heating, so everything's prepared. That would have been easy enough to set up if we just made a run into town or something, but whatever. We're going to do it next year, and the plan, at least currently, is to stay for 2 months in 2020, so wait for that video. Obviously, you can't just stay out in the middle of the woods without an arsenal. So I've got Der Klabbermeister, which at one point had a steak knife bayonet. This was a compressed air water rocket pistol for when I had to go out to the outhouse at night and I was scared of being accosted by Sam Squanches and or spider clowns. Failing that, you've got your good old super soaker, which of course you can fill with anything, including your own pee. Don't try that on Sam Squanches though, it just makes them hornier. Okay, on my way home. I'm in North Dakota. I want you to hear something. This is important. This is documented proof of the paranormal. Listen to this. What is that? What the fuck is that? That's the eerie wail of a goddamn toilet phantom or chupacabra or something.